Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you and your family are doing great. I hope that all is well with you. I hope that life is treating you well. Once again, my friends, welcome to the Common Sense channel. On this channel, we get to talk about those things that people know, that people have thought about, but don't often have the time to discuss. These, my friends, are the things we talk about here on the Common Sense channel. So once again, my friends, welcome to the Common Sense channel. Today, I want to talk to you about the topic of money. So today, I want us to talk about money. I want to do a little disclaimer for this video. For this topic of money, I'm not looking at it from a biblical standpoint. I'm not looking at it from a religious standpoint. I am coming to you on this subject from a common sense perspective. And some of the things that I would talk about on the subject of money are things or perspective that are relevant to the understanding of money. So I want to just do this little disclaimer because I don't want someone to think otherwise. But if you listen, you will learn. As the OJs, these were smart and intelligent brothers. They knew what money can do. They knew the importance of money. They knew the relevancy of money. And they understood the impact of money. They understood how money can be used. They even stated in their song that it can be used for good and for evil or bad. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. It is said in the scripture that money is the root of all evil. On the Common Sense channel, I am here to tell you that money is good. And by the end of this video, you will understand how money is used. Money in and of itself is good if it's used the right way. If it's put in the hands of the right people, if it's used by the right people, if it's used for just cause. But money is good. Why is money good? So I'm going to talk to you about some areas where money can be good, where money can be used for good, the common good of society. And I'm also going to talk to you about areas where money can be used not so good. The reason why I said not so good because whatever is good to you may not be good to the others. Or what seems to be just to you may not be just to others. So let me start to talk to you about areas where money can be put in the right measure or can be used to help improve the lives of others. So I'll begin by saying, from a personal standpoint, money can change lives. Money, if used right, can change your own personal life. It's money that improves the living condition of people. This is not new. If you look at the condition of people way back in the early 1800s, and you look at the condition of people in society in our day and age, you see a huge difference if you're a social scientist looking at this area of human condition. So money in and of itself is an object. It does not move if you don't move it. It does not react if you don't react with it. So that's what money is. Money improves your living condition. It improves your life. It improves your health. It makes you look better. It gives you status. There are people that grew up poor, or there are people that grew up from family that are poor, and they manage to make their way into money, and today their living condition has changed and they are much better than the condition of the generation dating maybe 5-6 generation back. So money is not evil. Money is good. But what makes money not so good is when it's put in the hands of evil people. You understand? So when people go out there talking about money, how bad it is, that is the root of all evil, they are misleading you. They are not telling you the truth. If you're going to make a blanketed statement saying that money is the root of all evil, you have to explain why it's the root of all evil. Because money is an object. It doesn't do harm to anyone. You can put money under your bed, under your mattresses, in your house for thousands of years. It wouldn't move. It wouldn't touch anything. It wouldn't harm no one. But the moment you take that money and use it for the wrong purpose, then that's when it becomes bad. But not the money that's bad now. Money is not bad. It's the person that are using the money that's evil. So let me give you an example. If I were to come about money, which is what all of us are looking for. We may not admit it, but we're looking for it every day. But if I were to come about money and I want to use it the right way to do good, I can take that money. I'm going to split myself into two individuals so you get the point. So I can take that money, go out to the homeless shelter, feed as many people as I possibly can, give them what they need, let them be happy with the money that I have. And they can say thank you to me if they want to, as long as I'm happy inside that I've touched someone's life. That's one of the ways you can use money to touch lives, to help make someone's day better, to improve someone's lives, to improve your community by doing good. You can go to the orphanage and do good too and make someone's lives better. That's a good thing you can do with money. You can help those kids that are struggling in school. You can give that money to programs in school, after school programs, extracurricular activities. You can even help with teachers who are struggling with school materials for their students. That money can go into places like that. You can help, you can improve inner city after school activity outside of school. You can use that money. You can use the same money for scholarship for kids that are just extraordinary, smart, but don't have the opportunity. You can use that money. That's the good side of money. You can use that same money to bless others. You can give that money to soup kitchens, soup pantry, food pantries. You can donate that same money to countries that are underdeveloped, that are struggling with their healthcare system, their infrastructure. You know, you can give that same money to programs that help uplift people that are poor. That money can be used for all of those good things. You understand? And now the same me can take that money, go to the bar. Nothing against bar, because there are good people that goes to bar, and there are bad people that go to the bar to have good time. But let's say I split myself into two. I've done all of those good things, giving my money to all of those places. Now the same me can take that money, go to the club, get drunk, get into a car, knowing that I'm intoxicated, beyond driving ability, poor judgment, don't know what I'm doing, jump into my nice Bugatti, hit the road, slam into a family or to someone coming from work, going home to see their kids, and kill that individual. You understand? That's what money can do. That's what evil people can do, not money. So that act in and of itself, that someone knowing that they are drunk, intoxicated, will get into a car, knowing that they're drunk, and go into an accident and kill someone. That's not money doing it, it's the person that's doing it. That same money can be used to start war that involve the destructions of lives and property by evil people. That same money, if put in the wrong hands or in the hands of evil people, can be used to kill another person or to unlife another person. That same money can be used to traffic another human being. It's not the money, but it's put in the hands of evil people. You understand? So the essence of this video is not to tell you, because on my channel, we don't go by that old cliche. You know, if you tell something over and over and over and over from one generation to another, it becomes true. You know, that's just how it is. So when you think of it, when you think of the cliche, when you think of what the cliche is conveying to you, it is incumbent upon you as a thinking person to think. Because all change starts when you think. But if you are not allowed, and if you're not given the platform to think, then it's hard for you to reason rationally. So by me doing this video, I'm saying to you that money is good. Money is pleasant. Money is great. And nothing is wrong with money. The only thing that's wrong that makes money look bad is evil people. People who are not rational. But again, what do you think is rational may not be rational to others. I want you to start to think that way, so that once you are thinking that way, now you start to understand why people do what they do. You understand? When two people are fighting each other, someone with money may look at that situation and says, it's a good thing. You might think, no, it's not. And that person with the money would take his or her money and put it in that situation and fuel the whole situation. You understand? So, money in and of itself, again, is good. You wouldn't know how good money is until you're in need of it. That's when you know it's necessary. But if it's used the right way, again, I don't want to say good people, because humans, we are both. We are good and evil. So if it's used the right way, as I stated initially, then it becomes a force for change. When I was a little boy, the definition for money was a medium of exchange for goods and services. That's what I was taught when I was a little boy. But now we know that it can be used for other reasons, but it could be the same goods and services too. So if I want to get someone booted out from a certain place that I want to be at, all I need to do is send my money. My money speaks out for me. If I want to take over a country, wage a war, if I want to get rid of someone, unalive a person, I can use my money to do that. You understand? So it's not the money in and of itself, but because humans are in this need for money, they would do whatever it takes to get it. You understand? They wouldn't mind selling their own country. I say it's the case in Africa. You know, they won't mind selling their own daughters, as is the case in most societies. They won't mind selling their own sons, as is the case in most societies. They won't mind not having moral judgment, as is the case in most societies, all in the name of an object that means good, you know? I'm saying this, but I'm not saying it casual, because every now and then certain people in our society give money a bad connotation. But yet, this same individual never says no to money. You know, religious people, I think it's time you tell the world the truth about money. Money is good. Say it loud and clear. Don't be ashamed. Say it. You know, tell the world how good money is. But when you do, or even if you don't tell them how good money is, the world, just explain why you think money is bad. And when you do, don't associate the object to anything that is not humanly possible. You know, just say it's an object that if you don't move it, it won't move. If you don't put action to it or energy to it, nothing would happen. Just like if you want money, you have to invest money, right? If you don't invest money, you wouldn't get money. It's as simple as that. So it's the same thing. You have to move it. It's that exchange right there between you and others. So just tell the world that you need money. You religious people, you need money. It's the honest truth to run your place of worship. Without that, you're not getting it from nowhere. It's not like it's going to fall from some magical place into your bank account. No. Somebody has to give that to you. Whether whoever is giving it to you is giving it to you with the wrong reason, the right reason, who knows? But I tell you, those people that are giving you the money, religious people, they too have a reason why they are giving you their money. In any shape or form, they're giving you their money, maybe for good or maybe for bad. Just let the whole world know that money is good. But what makes that good thing, which is money, what makes that good thing that makes this whole thing moves, this whole world works? What makes it good is when it lands in the hands of people that are not genuinely good, or has different motives, or have different intention, or have different agenda. So is someone giving you money because they want you to spread whatever thing you're doing, whether it's democracy or Christianity or Islam? They're giving you that money for that reason. Whether the intention is good, whether the intention is bad, whether the intention is whatever they're thinking in their head, you wouldn't know. Maybe you know. By the end of the day, it depends on how you are applying that money into wherever it is that you're applying it, and the agenda behind that money. But money can lift the living standard of people. Money can improve your individual lives. Money can improve your family. Money can elevate you. Money can give you status. Money can make you better. If you're ugly, money can make you look handsome. You know what I mean? Money can do a lot of things. With money, all things are possible. Telling you. Some people say with God, all things are possible. Yeah, that's in the eyes of the beholder. But with money, I say with the Creator, all things are possible. With the Almighty, all things are possible. You understand? With the ancestors, all things are possible. You understand? So money makes all things possible. You can move mountains with money. That's true. Realistically now, let's make sense. Money can move ocean. Money can transform everything. Money can change minds. Money can make you do things you don't want to do. Money is the game changer. So the more we start to see these things, and that's what I do here on the Common Sense channel. I talk about things that some people say is bad, Me, I don't see things that way. I see the world differently. I see the world the way for what it is. We live in a realistic world. Whether you know it, you like it or not, that's what it is. See it as that. The more you start to see the world for what it is, everything in it will start to make sense to you. Honestly, a lot of people out there are behind today. A lot of people. And some of them have so much talent. Some of them have so much, their ability is immense. They are intellectually sound, but they are not able to move forward with all of these endowments or abilities because they don't have money. I know a lot of these people. You understand? So you need money, my friends. But if you get that money, or when you can get that money, what are you using it for? That's where the question is. So are you using this money to improve or improves the life of your people? Are you getting that money to build schools, to build infrastructure, to improve the healthcare system for your country, for your people, to improve lives? Is that what you're doing? Are you getting that money to leave generational wealth? Are you getting that money because you care about other human beings, other people that don't look like you, that don't behave like you, have different cultural values, different belief, different tradition? Are you using that money to improve their lives? That's the question. Or the opposite. Are you planning to use that money to cause instability, to make sure that their life is never in peace, or to make sure that they are not happy, to make sure that their lives are miserable? Is that what you're using it for? So again, please, those people that like to say money is the root of all evil, you need to change that. You see, those cliches, we are changing them. And we're going to change them whether you like it or not. We're going to change them because I think it's time that you see reality. What is used for the world is not the same. This place is changing drastically. So let's be realistic. Let's look at things for what they are. As the OJ says, money can be used for good, and money can be used to do not so good things. But money, as I said, under common sense and belief, is not evil. Money is good. Money is pleasant. Money gives you status. Money makes all things possible. Believe it or not, you wouldn't know it until you have it. Those people that have it, they will tell you that anything you want, you get. And that's why I think, and I honestly think, that when you have money, and if you're not thinking straight, if you're not rational, I'm talking about the human person now. I'm not talking about the money. I already established that money is good. There's nothing bad about money, it's pleasant. But I'm talking about the human person. That the human person becomes stupid. That they don't see reality. And then people looking from the outside, because they see you living in a glass house, they don't see that in your head is nothing but stupidity. You don't take opinions. You don't listen to people until you wreck yourself. And when you wreck yourself, those people that are looking from the outside, they'll say, oh, his money is because of his money. And they don't put the blame on you. So that begs the question. And the reason why I've always say there's no such thing as the devil. It's people who are not thinking rationally, who are not thinking straight, who are blinded by their wealth, that are using their wealth for the wrong reason. There are a lot of filthy rich people out there with lots of money. But I tell you what, they, my friends, are using that money to uplift, to bless more humans. They are giving the money for causes that are just immensely justifiable, righteous, great. And there are those out there that are using that same money for reasons that are not so good. Again, I may not say not so good. And the reason is because what looks good to you may not be good for another person. So all of us see the world differently, or each of us see the world differently. So if we are filthy rich, we use our money based on how we see the world. So you understand? So money, my friends, with money, all things, my friends, take it from the Common Sense channel. All things are possible. Don't let them fool you. Money makes the world goes around. So, I just wanted to do this video today. Again, the goal here is to educate. That's the goal. Is to start to look at things. As I told you, I don't see the world the way other people see it. And my goal is for everyone, each of us, to see the world differently, see the world the way we want to see it. But let's see it, let's reason together when we're looking at it. When we are looking at our world, because we're here. We shouldn't be worried about afterlife right now, because we're still living. As long as you're living, even if you're poor, abjectly poor, or don't have no hope, just be among the living and see the world that one day may be your time. But be realistic when you see it. Don't be in a situation where you feel like all is lost. All is not lost until you're gone, until you exit. But as long as you are breathing and you are amongst the living, you, my friend, must see the world from a realistic lens. As I've always said, and will say again, the greatest thing that can happen to anyone is not the day you were born, not the day you had your first child, the day you graduated from high school, college, the day you had your first kid, or the day you got married. None of that. The greatest thing, my friends, that can ever happen to you is the day, my friend, you discover yourself, the day you discover you. Because from that day on, money will start to make sense to you. You will understand. You will not reject money. No one rejects money. Even the people that tells you is the root of all evil, they don't reject it. They want more of it. I saw where the Pope slept, and I saw where one of the richest preacher men of the world, I'll say of the world because that's where he's at. And I look at the two of them and I say where Jesus would have been, or Yeshua HaMashiach. He would have been right where the Pope was. Probably would have been sleeping outside because he didn't even build a house for himself. He was dead poor. And I look at the Pope and I say, yeah, this Pope right here, if that's how all of them are living, that's an example right there of what it means to be Jesus-like. But our world is not like that today. And it's the truth. And I think it's time that they take that part of the Bible or any religious text that talks about money as evil, take it out, root it out. I mean, you've taken other parts. There are passages of the Bible or the Quran, whatever text that used to be in there, especially the Bible, and you took them out. So you think you should take this one out too. I don't know which verses that talk about money is the root of all evil, but I think you should take that out too. As the book says, Ecclesiastic says there's time for everything. I think it's time for, whether it's a cliche or in the scripture, I think it's time that, yeah, we change it. We just, let's speak the truth, because we live in a realistic world, we live in a materialistic world, and everything requires money. And money moves the world, my friends. So once again, I want to thank all of those that watch my videos. I want to thank especially those who are subscribed to my channel. I want to thank you. I don't know how, you don't even know how I feel, you know. And most importantly, I want to thank the Almighty, and I want to thank my ancestors for keeping me through, for giving me life, for allowing me to breathe, for allowing me to walk among the living. I am grateful to them. And once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that you and your family are doing great in spite of everything, or despite of everything that's happening in our world today. I hope that you are well and safe. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.